Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. Edwin Encarnacion had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the Indians disposed of the Angels 23-3. For Game 5 of the NLCS, the Washington Nationals went deep 4 times as they embarrassed the Dodgers 12-0. They now have a 3-2 series lead going into Game 6. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A bouncer up the middle. Simmons is there. And there's one gone to begin the evening.
Batting second, shortstop, Francisco.
The 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Schimpf brings it in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
In now for Cleveland, Michael Brantley. First in the top of the first with nobody on. Left side, but well fouled.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. Liner toward right center. Calhoun is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. Well, here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about winning an AL pennant here at home?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Their count now at 2-2. And Upton can't connect there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. In now is Andrelton Simmons. Past history with Mike Clevenger. He's gone 8 for 12. He's taken him deep once. Fouled off. Clevenger, a 27-year-old. He was a 4th-round selection back in 2011.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Solo shot here to left. His 3rd home run of this series as the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Into the box now, Luis Valbuena. Valbuena with a 2-2 count now.
One ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Hit hard on the ground to third, and he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Stepping in now, Zach Cozart. Full count, 3-2. Trout, runner at first with 2 gone. Throw over to the bag, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off. Edwin Encarnacion now. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Angels lead at 1-0 here in inning number 2. Ball and 2 strikes now.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Lifted the other way out to left center. Upton's after it. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, that's their first hit of the ball game, and they make it count as he blisters this thing to the outfield and cruises into third for the triple. We'll see if his teammate can pick him up so they can get their first run, too.
And not in time as the run scores. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And he misses 2-1. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Upton, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Chisenhall stands at second with 2 gone. There's a strike. Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Zach Cozart, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Hit hard on the ground to short, and that's through for a hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Runners on the move for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Batting 7th, first baseman.
Now at the plate, Albert Pujols trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Standing in, Bradley Zimmer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that misses. 2-1.
2-1.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Bradley Zimmer.
2-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
No.
And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
3-2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Up next for Cleveland.
Now a throw over. Runner back standing. Zimmer aboard here at first with nobody out. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Popped him up. Cozart is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So here's Francisco Lindor now.
Francisco.
Now a move over to first. And he'll get back in standing. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. All even now, 2-2. Now a throw over to first. Don't want to forget about it. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Michael Brantley. Runners off for second. Strike taken to throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Drilled right back up the middle. Simmons to his left. He's there. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. On to first, and the driver held in check as the... So striding in, Martin Maldonado. Past history with Mike Clevenger. He's just 1 for 6. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2. The 2-2. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Zimmer ranging back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Into the box, Andrelton Simmons. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Count remains full. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here's Luis Valbuena now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Luis Valbuena.
He's set, now the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Digging in now, Tyler Naquin. He smacked a triple and later scored his first time around. 3-1 the count now. The 3-1 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Kipnis hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Missed ball.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first one that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
On to first, and that takes care of Kipnis. A double play.
The batter, right fielder.
Stepping in, Lonnie Chisenhall. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up his chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
That's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Hero. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to. 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Angels center fielder.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Zach Cozart, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
12, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one stayed too low apparently. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Cole Calhoun will stand in now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And the 2-out hit will bring Albert Pujols to the plate.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In now, Albert Pujols. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now, Jose Ramirez. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Is put in play to the right side of the infield, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. On the move is Trout, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Michael Brantley. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Lindor stands at first with one out. Throw over to first, and the runner back in standing. Off and running is Lindor. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And now he has some trouble with it in left. The relay throw to third, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. Edwin Encarnacion now. A couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Fouled away.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Boy, D-Roll, that's the case right there. He hit it just like he throwed it. Soft. Not hit all that hard, but it gets the runner in from third.
Yeah, but you know what? Tomorrow's newspapers are going to be wrapping fish, so who cares? I don't care if it's a bullet or off the fists. A knock's a knock, especially when it's got an RBI attached to it.
1-1. Line towards center field. And this one was tailing on him, but he was able to reach down. Stepping in, Ryan Schimpf. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Standing in, Martin Maldonado. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Bullet back up the middle. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. Here's Justin Upton now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. This pitch is popped up. Encarnacion shading to his right. Oh, no, he dropped it. Oh, and this drops in the infield. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. In now is Andrelton Simmons. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Hot shot down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the 3-1. Lifted down the line in left. Upton on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Francisco Mejia. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Jose Alvarez, a 5'11" left-handed reliever, enters to take over on the mound now. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. In the air out to right. Calhoun on the run, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get fouled. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball. Here's Luis Valbuena now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. And it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And now he'll try and scurry back to first, but the throw rings him out to dry. Bad base running mistake there for out number 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down. In now, Zach Kozar. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll pull this one down a step or 2 in front of the warning track. Now to the plate, Jose Ramirez. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably. You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go big.
Into the box, Michael Brantley. Count still full, 3-2. Hit back up the middle. Schimpf scoops it up. Simmons back to Pujols. Not in time, and they can't get them both. Coming to the plate now, Edwin Encarnacion. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. 2-1 to the Indians' first baseman. Brantley drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Zach McAllister gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Paul Calhoun will stand in now. In prior meetings with Zach McAllister, he's got a batting average of .444. He also has 1 home run. And there's 1 away. So 1 away now for the Angels in the 7th. And standing in, trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. And got him to go down after that one, and it's 2-2.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Good battle. Count remains full. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. And they don't even want to mess with Pujols here with a base open, so they'll go ahead and put him aboard. And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder, Ryan Schimpf. And the 2-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Digging in, Martin Maldonado. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Slow roller left side. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. Dan Otero trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Here's Justin Upton now. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. Throw on to first will be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Oh, and he misses it. And this is off the wall now for Upton out there. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to award him a triple or call it a 3-base error, but the result is the same. He's 90 feet away from scoring, and it looks like they are going to give him an error, and I think that's definitely the right call there.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Calhoun has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire. Cody Allen is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. In now is Andrelton Simmons. Previous showdowns with Cody Allen, he's 1 for 3. Hit hard up the middle, and that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base. Here's Luis Valbuena now.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
And he fouls this one off. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he'll get in there easily as the tying runs at second now with nobody out.
Wow, he puts a serious charge into this ball. Ends up splitting the 2 outfielders. Bangs up against the wall in right center. And he cruises into second, knowing he can't hit the ball much harder than that.
Ball and 2 strikes. Liner in there for a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. He's in there at the plate. And we are once again tied here in Game 5.
Boy, there are base hits, but then there are big base hits, D-Row. This one's getting late. That is a huge 2 RBI base hit to tie things up.
Yeah, Dan, in the late innings, the pressure gets higher. It's who can control their emotions. And from an offensive standpoint, that's a nice job of taking a deep breath and coming through for the team.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them. But he wasn't able to catch up with that.
Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one. Nick Whitty is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Cole Calhoun will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be doing so with a runner in scoring position and still nobody out. And this pitch misses. It's 2-1 now to the Angel right fielder. Kozar stands at second with no outs. Here's a drive out toward left center field. In at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
The next 1-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. 4 runs here in this half inning. Hard on the ground towards short. Lindor takes it in, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. Now at the plate, Ryan Schimpf. No hits for him yet in the game, despite his team's offensive onslaught. Spin and a throw back to second. Back in standing. None out, runners at first and second. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. So stepping in, Martin Maldonado. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Pickoff move to second, and he's back standing. First and second now, 1 man out. And he got him. Into the box now, Justin Upton. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And Upton lays off again, and he's in control of the count. It's 3-1.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is. Back now at the Big A as we get a look there at the great city of Los Angeles. 9th inning set to begin. 3-1 the count now. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line hard into left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. 45,050 on their feet now at Angel Stadium. Last strike now for Cleveland. Swing, and he pops him up. This should do it. And it's all over. The Angels are going to the World Series.
Well, congratulations to them as they're now the American League champs. They're going to celebrate tonight, and then they're going to have to refocus for a run at the ultimate prize, the World Series trophy. Can't wait.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
For my partners Dan Plezak, Mark DeRosa, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Championship Series.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Angels, 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Cleveland, 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball, 3 hours and 13 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the Big A, 45,050. The Angels, once again, thank you for attending tonight's game and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. In the 7th and deciding game of the NLCS, the Los Angeles Dodgers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats, clinching the league pennant and the right to represent the National League in the World Series in just a couple of days. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason. Good morning.